If you're thinking about buying an electric scooter and you're unsure about which ones offer the best value for money, don't worry, you've come to the right video. Next, I will tell you about the advantages and disadvantages of the best models on the market, so that you can make a good purchase. You'll find the link to all the scooters I'll mention in the video description. Number 1. Xiaomi Mi Electric Scooter Essential. This scooter is one of the best-selling and most highly rated for its value for money. First, assembling this scooter is really easy. It comes with everything you need: a manual, a screwdriver, and screws to adjust the handlebars. In just a few minutes, it's ready to use, without complications. Speaking of its design, this scooter caught my attention in a positive way. It's sleek, discreet, and quite modern. But not everything is perfect. There's one detail I'm not fully convinced by. Despite its good looks, its performance on uneven surfaces leaves a bit to be desired. Although the 8.5-inch pneumatic tires cushion bumps well, on roads with many potholes or poorly paved surfaces, you'll notice a bit of instability. Moving on to the important part: handling. This scooter is very easy to use. You just turn it on, give it a push, and accelerate with the throttle. Its top speed is 20 km/h, although on some occasions I managed to reach 30 km/h. But I don't recommend this for safety reasons. Additionally, it's quite stable, but it has one significant downside. It struggles on steep hills, which can be an issue depending on the terrain you use it on. The 8.5-inch tires, being pneumatic, absorb bumps in the road well. This is a positive point, as you won't feel small stones or potholes as much, but it's still advisable to be cautious when riding over rougher terrain. One aspect I really liked is the braking system. It has both motor and disc brakes, and with the ABS system you can stop safely and quickly. Xiaomi did a great job here. As for using it in the rain, while it's possible to ride on wet surfaces, keep in mind that the mudguard is a bit small and the deck can get wet, which isn't ideal considering the electric components like the battery and charging port are located underneath. This is an area where Xiaomi could have improved by adding a longer mudguard from the factory. Another positive is its folding system. It's easy to carry, and weighing only 12 kilos, you can transport it comfortably if you need to climb stairs or store it in the car. However, over time I've noticed the rear mudguard fastenings can loosen, so it's a good idea to check them occasionally to avoid problems. This model has 3 driving modes: pedestrian mode, which goes up to 5 km/h, standard mode, which reaches 15 km/h, and sport mode, which goes up to 20 km/h. The main drawback of this model is its power. If you're looking for a reliable scooter with great value for money, this is the best option for you. But if you're in an area with steep slopes, need to go faster than 20 km/h, or are looking for a more cutting-edge design, let me introduce you to other options. Number 2. Xiaomi Electric Scooter 4 Pro. Unlike the previous model, which struggled with hills, this one promises to climb them with no problem. Starting with the design, this scooter follows Xiaomi's classic style, with its signature black color and red accents. Aesthetically, it's very attractive, but there's something you should know. This model is bigger than other Xiaomi scooters, weighing 19 kg. It's sturdy, ideal for larger people, but it might seem a bit bulky if you're shorter or if you're looking for something lighter. The handlebar includes a display which, in my opinion, is somewhat limited. It only shows speed, battery level, and driving modes. Xiaomi has kept the same design as in previous models, with not many improvements here. Speaking of modes, we have 3: pedestrian mode, dynamic mode, and sport mode. The sport mode offers the fastest acceleration, reaching 25 km/h, which is the maximum allowed in Europe, though without that limit, it can reach 45 km/h. One interesting feature is that this scooter includes turn signals on the handlebars, something Xiaomi hadn't done before. They are easy to use and add safety, but their visibility from behind is limited since they're more oriented towards the front. It's a good idea, but not perfect in practice. Now, onto the important part, performance. Xiaomi has incorporated a 400-watt nominal motor with a 700-watt peak, meaning it has enough power for urban rides, including moderately steep hills. On steeper hills, like those with a 20% incline, the scooter maintains a decent speed, but don't expect it to fly up the slopes. If you're heavier, you'll notice it struggles a bit more. As for the tires, they're 10 inches, which improves stability and makes the ride smoother, especially on uneven terrain. Additionally, they're tubeless with a puncture-proof system, which is a big improvement over previous versions. The braking system is adequate but nothing extraordinary. It has regenerative braking and a rear drum brake, allowing you to stop safely. It's not the most advanced braking system on the market, but it works well for daily use. Regarding the battery, Xiaomi promises up to 45 kilometers of range, but in real conditions, this depends heavily on your weight, the type of terrain, and how you use it. In my tests, riding in sport mode at 25 km/h consistently, the real range was around 38 km. Not bad, but far from the 45 km the brand claims. It also takes about 9 hours to fully charge, which could be inconvenient if you use it daily. One of the weakest points, and something that disappointed me, is that when the battery drops to 40%, the scooter significantly reduces its power. This is typical in Xiaomi models, but I noticed it more here. Even with almost half the battery left, I felt the motor losing strength on hills and during acceleration. If you're looking for a solid scooter with good range for urban use and don't mind paying a bit more for the design, premium finish, and brand, this could be a good option. But if you're expecting something really powerful, especially for very steep hills, you might want to keep looking at other alternatives. Number 3. W4 Pro. This is the most affordable model on our list. Even so, it offers some interesting features that may surprise you if you're looking for an accessible and practical option for urban commuting. So, let's take a closer look. First, let's talk about range. This scooter offers between 25 and 35 kilometers of range, depending on your weight and road conditions. While it's not the longest range we've seen, for daily urban trips it's more than enough, especially if you need it for work or short commutes. Some users have mentioned that with moderate use, they've achieved up to 30 kilometers, which is decent performance for the price. Regarding speed, the scooter reaches a maximum of 20 km/h, though it has an option to unlock it if you prefer to go a bit faster. It's not the fastest scooter, but given the regulations in many countries, this is a speed that complies with the law, making it safe and suitable for urban areas. The design is quite simple but functional. It's made of aluminum, making it lightweight yet sturdy. It weighs around 13 kilos, which is manageable if you need to fold it and take it on public transport or store it in the car. It also supports up to 120 kilograms, making it suitable for most users. A standout feature is the rear suspension. While it's not as advanced as in higher-end scooters, this system helps absorb some vibrations on rougher terrain, improving the comfort of the ride. Now, let's move on to the tires. It has 8.5-inch pneumatic tires, a standard size that works well on most surfaces, though it may be slightly uncomfortable on very rough terrain. Pneumatic tires provide better cushioning than solid tires, but keep in mind they're more prone to punctures. In terms of technology, this scooter connects to an app on your phone, where you can view useful information, such as remaining range, mileage, and even remotely lock the scooter. You can also update the firmware through the app. This is a feature you don't always find in scooters at this price range, adding extra value. An important aspect is after-sales service, something users have praised a lot. The seller has received great reviews for their customer service, quickly and efficiently resolving issues. This is something to consider, especially if it's your first time buying an electric scooter and you want to be supported in case any problems arise. As for the weak points, we found that on steep inclines, the scooter can lose power, which is understandable given that its motor is more limited than in more expensive scooters. Still, for flat or slightly inclined terrains, it works without issues. If you don't mind the lesser-known brand and you're not riding on steep terrain, this is an excellent option. Number 4. ZWHEEL E9 Basic. This all-terrain electric scooter promises power and durability. Let's quickly look at what makes it stand out and whether it's really worth it. This model comes with dual motors totaling 2,000 watts, giving it incredible power to climb hills and ride on tough terrain. Despite being limited to 25 km/h to comply with regulations, you'll notice that on hills and challenging surfaces, it handles like a beast. The promised range is about 40 kilometers, but if you use it at maximum power on demanding terrains, it can drop significantly. A plus is its regenerative braking, which helps extend battery life a bit while riding. One of the standout features is its quadruple hybrid suspension, meaning this scooter adapts well to rough terrain, cobblestones, or poorly paved roads. Along with its 10-inch tubeless tires, it's ideal for off-road riding without worrying too much about punctures. Another plus is the larger-than-usual multifunction screen, which allows you to see all the information clearly and easily control the scooter's functions. And let's not forget the 5-year warranty, something few brands offer. The downside? It weighs almost 27 kilograms, so it's quite heavy, and the range can be short if you push it to the limit on tough terrain. But if you're looking for power and versatility on challenging terrain, this scooter delivers. You'll find the links to all the scooters from this list in the video description. Keep in mind that these offer the best value for money. But if you're looking for the absolute best regardless of price, leave us a comment. And if it gets enough support, I'll review the top-performing scooters. I hope this video helped you make an informed decision. See you soon.